exposed to thousands of chemicals every single day. And most of them come from the products we use to clean our homes, put on our skin, or wash our clothes. Even the most popular brands that we assume are harmless are full of toxic ingredients that really build up in our body over time. That buildup is called toxic overload, and it significantly increases your risk of cancer. Now, don't get me wrong, you don't need to live in a bubble or try to avoid every single chemical. Obviously, that's not realistic, but honestly, it's not necessary. But you do deserve to know what you're being exposed to, especially if you've had cancer and you're doing everything you can to keep it from coming back. If there's one more thing you can do to lower your cancer risk, this is it. We spend so much of our time focusing on what we eat, and rightfully so, but what we put on our skin matters just as much. Your skin is constantly absorbing the chemicals from your lotions, deodorant, shampoo, and cleaning products. And because we use them every day, that exposure builds up fast. But the good thing is, most cancer-causing ingredients are really hiding in plain sight. Take cleaning products, for example. Many of them come with a big hazard label telling you they're toxic and warning you to wear gloves. And yet, we spray this stuff all over our homes, around our kids, on the surfaces we eat off of. Take something simple like cleaning your kitchen counter with a well-known product like Vim. You spray it on, wipe it down, and then a few hours later, you make dinner, and your food touches that surface. This was the real eye-opener for me. I was spending all this money buying organic produce and then slathering my home in chemicals. How does that make sense? And for most of my life, I just used products that I saw advertising for or that came in a pretty bottle. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. We used the shampoo that smells the best, a moisturizer afterwards, deodorant that was on sale, and then maybe a layer of sunscreen before heading out. And you'll feel healthy and clean using products from familiar brands, not really thinking about the ingredients in them that are known to mess with our hormones and cause cancer. But the good news is that safer, cleaner alternatives do exist. So today I'm going over some of the worst ingredients to start looking out for, what makes them risky, and most importantly, what to use instead. Let's start with one of the worst, parabens. They're one of the most common chemicals you can find in a ton of things like shampoo, deodorant, makeup, and even toothpaste. Parabens are used as a preservative to help products from growing mold or bacteria, which may sound helpful, right? The problem is they're endocrine disruptors, which means they mimic estrogen in your body. The more stored or circulating estrogen you have in your body, the greater your chances of getting hormone-related cancers, especially breast cancer. So parabens are a big red flag. They've actually been found in breast tissue biopsies. How alarming is that? Now, what's tricky about parabens is that they're everywhere. But the good news is more and more brands are starting to label their products as being paraben-free. Or if they do contain them on the ingredient list, they'll usually be called something that ends in the word paraben, like methylparaben or propylparaben. Or, even easier, you can now use apps called Think Dirty or EWG's Healthy Living. They allow you to scan products right from your phone and instantly see how harmful they are. After going through something as intense as cancer, the last thing you want to do is use products that contain ingredients that will disrupt your hormones and create systemic inflammation. So if you're thinking, great, but what do I do? Throw out all the products I currently have? No, but gradually switching over to less toxic brands will significantly reduce your cancer risk over time. A great place to start is with your deodorant. There are some really good all-natural brands like Schmidt's or Native. I'll try to find some links for these and add them in the description below for you. Okay, next up we have phthalates. Have you ever seen the word fragrance or perfume on a label and thought it was just some harmless scent? Well, that's exactly how manufacturers hide phthalates in their products. These are chemicals that help scents to linger on your skin or in your hair, so they're in almost anything scented, from hand lotion to lip gloss. They're another type of endocrine disruptor that are not only linked to cancer, but also to reproductive issues, kidney and liver disease, and birth defects. You would think that our government regulations would ensure that the products we see on our shelves are health approved or have some sort of safety standard. We assume all the ingredients in them are safe, but unfortunately, it's not the case at all. So how can you avoid phthalates? Well, the simplest way is to buy fragrance-free products or those that are scented with natural oils instead. And yeah, it might mean letting go of your favorite laundry detergent or shampoo that smells so nice, but your hormones and future self will thank you. Now let's talk about sunscreen. Most of us use it and think we're doing something good for our health, And we are, but a lot of popular sunscreens contain something called oxybenzone. Its job is to absorb UV rays and prevent you from getting a sunburn, but it's another powerful endocrine disruptor, and studies have also found that it can cause DNA damage that can lead to cancer. And that's not the only ingredient in sunscreen that's concerning. There's others like avobenzone and octinoxate that are also hazardous. These chemicals have even been found in blood and urine samples of people weeks after using sunscreen. Oxybenzone is even now banned in some countries like Aruba, Bonaire, and the state of Hawaii. So what should we use instead? Your best bet is to look for a mineral-based sunscreen. You know the type that kind of sits on top of your skin? Well, they use zinc oxide or titanium dioxide to physically block UV rays. Brands like ThinkSport and Badger are two great options. Okay, the next ingredient to avoid, number 4, actually really shocked me when I first read about it, and unfortunately, a lot of popular brands of shampoo use it. It's what we call a formaldehyde-releasing agent. Yep, the same chemical they use to preserve dead bodies. Now, formaldehyde won't be listed outright on labels, but it's released through ingredients like DMDM, hydantoin, or quaternium-15. These are the cancer-causing ingredients you want to look out for. Honestly, once I realized what I was putting on my scalp every morning, I started to pay way more attention to ingredient lists. But now some of my favorite cleaner brands are Acure or Avalon Organics. And if you have any all-natural brands that you use and love, it'd be great if you could share them in the comments for the rest of us to try. Okay, number 5. This one is sneaky, and it's found in over 30% of all personal care products, even some that are labeled all-natural. It's something called 1,4-dioxane. You know how you like a good foamy lather from your soap or your shampoo? Well, this product is responsible for that. But because it's been shown to cause cancer, you won't find it listed straight out on ingredient labels. Manufacturers like to hide it in things like PEGs, polyethylene, or really if you see any word ending in eth or oxanol, there's a good chance that the 1,4-dioxane is lurking in there. As you can imagine, this is especially common in bar soap. So a few cleaner brands I have for you are Dr. Bronner's or Alafia, and you can even buy these on Amazon. Now again, trying to switch out all the products you currently have can get overwhelming and very expensive, so it's okay to do it gradually. I started with my laundry detergent when I realized the clothes I'm wearing are touching my skin 24/7. They absorb the chemicals from the laundry detergent we use, so our skin naturally absorbs these chemicals. And when I looked into it, the laundry detergent I was using contained all the chemical ingredients we talked about today. The parabens, the phthalates, and the formaldehyde. Not good. And dryer sheets or fabric softeners are even worse. To keep your clothes soft, they coat them with a layer of hormone-disrupting chemicals. So honestly, I'd say this is one of the most important swaps for lowering your cancer risk. Once your current laundry detergent runs out, try to find a cleaner, non-toxic brand. There's a good brand called Branch Basics, which you can pick up on Amazon or maybe right even in your local grocery store. And as for fabric softener, I haven't tried this yet, but apparently using a bit of diluted white vinegar can help to keep your clothes soft without adding toxins. Or you could try using wool dryer balls. This is a one-time purchase and they're completely non-toxic, and you can even add a few drops of essential oils to them to help your clothes smell nice. So I'd say start with your laundry products and then have a look at what you're cleaning your house with. There's a ton of all-natural cleaning products available now, but you can also take it a step further and use natural things like vinegar or baking soda to clean. But the big takeaway here is that what touches your skin, what you put on your body, is just as important as what you put in it. Becoming a more conscious consumer by reading ingredient labels, choosing natural alternatives, and buying transparent brands, these changes all add up and make a big difference in lowering your cancer risk. I'll be making another video soon on beauty products specifically that I've personally tested and love because, let's face it, not all of them are worth the hype. So be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it, and I'll see you next week.